Hi, I'm Andrew Holzman of Family Tree Counseling Associates. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in Carmel, Indiana, with 30 plus years of experience as a therapist and 20 plus years at Family Tree Counseling Associates, where we do a lot of great work with couples. I'm entitling this video, How to Have a Great Marriage. 3 ways to have a great marriage, 3 characteristics of a great marriage. And I think of this as a counterpoint to a previous video that I did, which was 5 characteristics of a miserable marriage. I've boiled down the characteristics of a great marriage to 3. I'm sure you can think of a lot more, and if you do, please share them with me. I'll have my email and my phone number on the screen, and also it will be at the end of the video as well. So the characteristics I thought of were safety, security, and intimacy. And all 3 characteristics have both a physical and emotional component. The physical component, of course, with safety is to feel enough trust and enough good feeling in the relationship to be able to sleep at night and to not be scared that you're going to be hurt. When I've worked with domestic violence couples where one person has hit the other or they've hit each other, not only is there physical touching or hitting, but sometimes domestic violence can be defined as someone who is more powerful, who is scary, who slams their fist into the wall, who makes threats. So if you're not feeling safe in your relationship, that's not going to be a great marriage, and that's not going to be an okay marriage, and that's not going to be a safe marriage. And that's kind of a most basic thing, the physical safety. There's the emotional safety, where what you talk about and what you care about is validated and acknowledged and understood, so you don't feel invisible, you don't feel like, what you're saying doesn't matters in this relationship. So that's a physical safety. Security, security is, there's a financial component, of course. You want to make sure that your mortgage is being paid and the bills are being paid and that you can trust. Think of security as trust, really. That you trust that the person is following through with what they say, and that could be financial. It could also be that they pick the kids up from soccer practice and they take the garbage out when they say they're going to. Of course, it's not as simple as that, and those kind of things happen in relationships where people forget things, but it's a consistency, a consistent security and trust that the person that you care about and the person that you're married to is going to follow through. So that's that aspect of that. The emotional aspect of that is, in security, you want to be trusting that the person who you share things with is not going to use it against you in a fight, is not going to use it against you with the family. If you share something vulnerable and emotional and important to you and it gets brought up again, that's not very secure, and that's not very safe either. And if it's shared with other people in the family or other friends and you're made fun of, you're ridiculed, that's not good security either. That's something that really has to be dealt with and talked about. Third characteristic is intimacy. Intimacy is probably the most important characteristic, I think, in a relationship. I think intimacy is the next and deeper level. The other 2 we're talking about are very important and they're very basic, and without those 2, the relationship cannot survive. You must have safety and security, consistent safety and security. People will mess up and people will fight and people will misconstrue what they're talking about. But intimacy is deepening of the relationship. And so there's physical intimacy, of course, and that would be sex, and it's more than sex, of course. It can be touching, it can be holding hands, it can be foot rubs, it can be anything, hugs, anything that is a connector. So sex is great, is a wonderful thing in a relationship, of course, but without the other, it may feel just, that you're being used in that way. If you're not, you might be expressing that you want more than that. You want your hand held when you're going out, or you want to hug or have a back rub, or just in some way reach out and touch each other to kind of like an old commercial, but really to be connected in that way. I think physical intimacy is a very important thing. More important in many ways is emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy is being able to talk to each other and share your history and share your world and share your culture and your family of origin issues and the things that get brought up in a relationship that, if you become aware of, that connect to your life. So if the person you're married to is acting in a certain way and they're bringing up certain feelings, and you can connect that to how your parent treated you, how your mother treated you, how your father treated you, what some kind of trauma that happened to you, and you can share this, that really deepens a relationship. And if there's safety and security, then you'll be heard and you'll be understood and you'll be cared about and you'll be supported. And so emotional intimacy is kind of the, if you were thinking of it like a college course, if safety is a 101 course and security is like a 201 course, and I think intimacy is like a 501 course. It's really kind of more powerful and deeper and more important to make the relationship long-lasting and strong. This, again, physical and emotional intimacy, physical and emotional security, physical and emotional safety. All three have to work together. There are many other things in relationships, but this is just what I wanted to share for right now. Again, my name is Andrew Holzman. I'm a therapist at Family Tree Counseling Associates. Please give me a call at 317-457-8668. And my email is aholzman, Holzman, 2 @comcast.net. Thank you very much for listening.